Hello everyone and welcome to Chalking with Michelle. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's beautiful here outside of Philadelphia. It's warm and sunny and we all can use that. Ask as you come in, please say hi. I can't always tell when people are here and I'd appreciate the acknowledgement. And I'd also appreciate if you sprinkled this video among your friends just so that they can learn something as well. Oh, excuse me, it's my heat press. I just need to make sure it stays on. There we go. We are going to be doing inking today on a very large transfer, and it is going to end up being a gift for a very special young woman who graduated college. I will be doing double-sided, but I'm only going to show you the one side today because the other side I want to do, I've already demoed and I will show it to you, but I'm going to do hers with black ink instead of the Couture Teal, which I will be using on this, but this is going to be the reverse side, and I think it's very pretty. This is fun and very modern. I'm hoping the feed is good, that I'm not moving too slowly. So, this is the first time I'm using this transfer, so before I came on, I just labeled it "You Are Awesome," and the reason I do that is there's two sides to the transfer paper that it's on, and our transfers are reusable over and over again, and 8 to 12 times, but if you take good care of your transfers, in my personal experience, you can get more than that. Just trying to get this off. Now normally this is a big one. I think I'm going to do it from the other side because I might keep the paper on because it's going to hang over. I'll get my thoughts out here. Normally when I use my transfers, I fuzz them to take some of the stick off of it, but because this is going on to fabric and ink, which is permanent, I do not want to lose any of the stickiness. I just have to be careful with pulling my backing paper off, just so, let me see how far, because I'd like to keep the top part on if at all possible, because it's going to stick to everything on my table here. And I see Facebook is playing games again, so I can't see anything, so please forgive me. I don't know if there's going to be messages that are showing up, if they're going to show up, but I can't see what I'm doing, and I can't necessarily tell if there is a viewer. So if you are able to, please comment. Get this straight. I'd appreciate it. This has happened to me the first time. It happened to me every live last week. I'm going to have to take more of this off. Pardon for blocking the camera for your viewing. And I'm going to have to bring it down a little bit. And also, I have an ink mat on the inside of my pillow. This is a pillow cover that's 20 inches by 20 inches that comes from Couture. Let's see if I can roll this and get the excess out of the way. This is not sticking as well as I hope, so I am just going to pull this off and pray for the best that it doesn't stick to everything that I have on here. Stick onto, I think I'll just wrap it around the back for right now. So now I am, let's see, using, no, it's not working. I'm just trying to get this to stick good so I have less bleeds. And I'm going to switch to another view so I can see to make sure I am in frame here. I'm just trying to get this. So if you comment and I miss it, I apologize. I will check on it every so often. But I do hope you will comment. Now, just trying to get this to stick a little more. Now I have my colors laid out, and I think I'm going to use stir this up a little bit. Our inks don't normally need to be stirred, but these have been sitting a while, so they separated just a little bit. And I'm going to dump some water into my bin real quick here. And I'll be right back. So I'm going to make this colorful. And when I ink, I've learned from other people that they've had success with either going down and or up, and this is not sticking the way I want. But if you're going to have a bleed, it's going to end up more going side to side than up and down. And I'm trying to start right above the silkscreen area and get this smooth. Now with our ink, you have a little longer time to play with your project. And you don't have to worry about it drying in the silkscreen as quickly as our paste does. Now, I'm just taking the excess out and trying to push down some of the ink in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a peek and make sure I'm happy. Yeah, there's just a little bleed, but nothing that matters. So now I'm doing each word in a different color from this point on. I'm going to put the blue in there, and I'm going to put the lid back on. Just try to get this down as flat as possible. And so I'm done with the blue. Now I'm using, that was Cadet, this is our Pesto Green. So, for some reason this transfer is not as sticky as I'm accustomed. So I'm just being cautious. It's the first time I've used this one. And the ink mat inside of my pillow is sticky. So if you're familiar with Cricut cutting machines and stuff, they have those boards that you put your paper or material on, and it holds it while it's going through the machine. This is very similar surface, and it will hold my fabric while I am inking this. I think I'm better off going bottom to top right now where I can. I'm just trying to get lines out. And I'll scrape the excess off. And as I'm not going to lift this one up, but I will lift it slowly when I'm done. And if there's an area that absorbed more or didn't get the saturation level that I like, I can go back and fix it. So I'm just going to check to see if there's another view, if it's come back on. Nope. So I apologize. I'm hoping you can see. Okay, so now grabbing, this is our Regal. Now when I am done inking this, I'll have to run this transfer into the bathroom and put it into my tub because I don't have a large sink, because I don't want the ink drying in it for too long of a period of time. So you'll have to excuse me when I go do that. It'll just take me a moment. I apologize, I meant to have something set up before I went live and it went out of my head. It's nice when my husband's around, he will assist me, especially with these large transfers. But the great thing about Chalk Couture is you can customize your gifts. This transfer is just so perfect for the person I'm gifting it to. She is all of these things, and I'm so very proud of her finishing up at her college, and I want her to know how proud our family is. Now I'm waiting on the pillow inserts. I'm hoping the store can fill my order faster than it has in the past. So, and like I said, on the back I will do the wink because it's so fun and modern. Oh, let me just make sure my heat press, because what happens is when you are using ink, you have to heat set it, and my heat press, you can use an iron, but I have a heat press. My heat press is keep trying to turn off on me here. This is our angled squeegee. I'm going through all the sizes for the most part for this project. And I'm hoping there's no major bleeds. I'd like to know what's going on with Facebook because of them losing the feed, that we can't see what's happening, but I know people have been able to see it, and when I'm done I will check it out and it'll be there. So I keep on plugging on, just trying to get all the canvas covered. You can see it peeking through every so often. These are really nice pillow covers. They have a zipper on it, and once this is heat set, it can be washed in the washing machine, so that's nice. Not that you can see it because I have an apron on, but I have a shirt on that I inked with our product, and it has been washed several times, and it still looks as good as the day I inked it. Hope I don't want to go that way. Just trying to, there's sometimes, I don't know if you can see it, I can see a little white speck coming through. Just trying to get the excess off. And you use a little more ink than you do paste because it gets absorbed into the fabric, but it's still, you don't use a ton. But these products can be purchased from my chalk site, and there's a lot of good information on my chalk site about becoming a club member. And the nice thing about becoming a club member is you get an exclusive transfer that's not open to our general customers. Only designers and club members get it. And as a club member, you also get paste packets that coordinate. Oh, it's hot in my room. The air conditioner does not reach this room very well. And if I don't like putting the ceiling fan on because, well, I'm doing ink, so it's not going to dry it out too fast, but it blows stuff around. I just have a couple little areas here. Now tell me, even if you're catching this on replay, do you like doing colorful projects or have colorful decor in your home or bedroom or whatever, or are you more of the classic monotone like black or black and white? It depends on my mood. For certain areas I like a little more whimsy, especially outdoors. I love a lot of color outdoors. Now I am doing fig. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see more. So I just thought these colors looked nice together. And ones that I weren't sure of being next to each other, I just made sure I did not put them next to each other. Now, if you're new to my site here, I have a VIP group that is free to belong to. If you're interested and are able to comment, you can type in VIP and ask to be, or I can give you the link, and you can add yourself to that, and that will allow you to see if I'm running any specials, any bundles. Couture is a great company to work with, and they allow us to run our own business, but it's certain rules, not a ton of them, but certain rules we abide by, that we do not want to undercut our fellow designers, and we can offer specials in a private setting, which is nice. So we can have our own little sales. So if that's something that's interesting to you, if you are not already with a designer or a designer yourself, I would love to have you part of my group. I take good care of my customers. So Even if I can't see what's going on right now, I hope you're able to comment. And if you think there would ever be a chance that you would like to do what I'm doing, which you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it, doing lives. You can sell finished products. You can just be a hobbyist. Type in join and learn how you can start your own adventure for only $99 US, and I believe it's $128 Canadian. And all I would do is send you to a website that you can watch a video to answer any questions you may have, and you can start your business. Just making sure. Yeah, still not back. Frustrating. Okay, so the last line here, I'm doing the ampersand in the same color. Trying to get it pushed down. Oops. Then this is our Couture Teal. And I think all these colors will look great on the natural canvas color here. Just trying to hold this down. And like I said, I will be inking the back, and you can chalk fabric too. Just know that that would be something that you wouldn't be laundering, because the chalk would wash out for the most part, but you don't want something faded. But I'm not going to keep you online to watch me do the back, since I've already done the transfer, the wink on a pillow in the past. But I will post a finished picture of both sides in the comments. Almost done here. And then what's going to happen is, like I said, I'll just have to run and throw this into my bathtub because it's so big. And just, appreciate if you give me a moment to do that. And then I'm going to dry the surface with my heat tool, my heat gun, and just, our ink doesn't dry 100% by air or even with the heat tool. What'll happen is it'll dry to the touch, and it won't, but it'll be tacky feeling. And this way, I'm just getting all the paint or ink off my fingertips. I'll say the right word, because I don't want to transfer anything onto it. Hopefully this has, let me just pull back up. I want to grab the green